Yo, abusuafo nti ye to akasebo no so ane ye de ko eye lawyer Paul Adom Ochre ye lawyer ni e wo Ghana mam hanom ene abrante bi a ye friend Anas arame yaw Anas Anas yi eye papa bi a oda Tiger Eye Media ano na Anas no n'adwuma ene senti no se wo ye katache pro ye jumudie de obechew no watwa no do akọ abonten ama obi ahu suban bone a oye wo man konkru Ghana mamu ene papa yi a oye sei ana ene eye nsem bi abobo no ama ono an lawyer Paul Adom Ochre wantimi antwitwa anfanje Anas arame yaw Anas yen sembre no audio no ebia eden adrope ye be stress be kwa kotie eye nsem mu chim e wo court no
na Paul Adom Ochre trans na ohe yewura Anas arame yaw Anasa ni su ene ne ban a oditi kurima mama nkofo bibiri adwuma etimi aboma yana na Paul Adom Ochre tenase no recommend Kennedy akompreko yapon ampa oyebema mu because the same factor eno no ye no okai ye say yewura I friend say Acheampong breso okanse mpi na opo nsem de kakra kire ye ebekwa akuti na ochem say inti yewura Anas arame yaw Anas edie de onye free de oyi nyine wo say wo man no eno mom na ape outside nation eno no ni je ho ana therefore na Anas aho ayembo bibiri onsem ama Anas entumi de obetumi ayebi ti yankoni nti lawyer Paul Adom Ochre ne interpretation about court ruling impo appeal Anas Supreme Court yewura I friend say Anas arame yaw koyen ne interpretation nyina yankoni
Anas bring investigation na no cross obeye I want to say so about investigation and it no kata so is parliament more than judiciary and it no show judiciary na show parliament
another form of government
so I don't know more your massa okoto ne budwe nyanya trade ko I will fight for justice for every person in this country and all I'm doing is that justice for all, not justice in the interest of the strongest. We are not in the Plato's and the world. Esikafo and Kwana justice and you no
Mamente.
Me say we back court. Only me fireman, cashman. Abija court. Adi tantana is with him. And then you get sky. The guy will remove everything for everybody to see who are narcissists. And yes, I best court to go. But you know, I'm interpretations are Ghana ni ba ko pe wo ha ono de otu cover the face me se me the force be yi ade no woni nim am ya ji se mo emrama Anas kwan se on shamas ne mra that day do jail me I'll beat the shit out of that and take that bit out.
Okay, so that's the Kennedy Acheampong, but the more you listen to him, the more lots of things run through your mind. I mean, should investigative journalists have the power to conduct an investigation and decide I'll show this, I won't show that, and the reason why they don't show what they don't show may be for some that we may not know. Is that correct? I mean, should a journalist set out to do work, then when the work is finished, it brings opprobrium to his nation? His nation, a journalist, set out to do the work. When the work is finished, it brings opprobrium to his nation. Is that what we are doing? That Anas does the work, and when he's finished, Ghana football has collapsed for since when 20 whatever. Ghana football is still struggling. We don't even know where we are. We now have Keto Kriku as GFA president. Everything is gone haywire because of the work Anas did. Is that, I mean, reflecting on it, is that what a journalist should be doing? Yes, Kutu Acheampong, he has something to say about that. Listen, Kutu Acheampong, the former president who was slaughtered by J.J. Rawlings and his cohorts in 1979. This is what he said.
All of us are inside, just like people traveling on a ship. If the ship sinks, we all sink. If the ship sinks, we all sink with it. This is what most of them don't understand. They think they are outside the government. The government is a separate entity somewhere. If it is destroyed, fine. We are not saying that those who contribute articles to foreign press are not patriotic. We are not saying that. At least you can earn some foreign exchange when you go on holidays, you go to a nice hotel and enjoy yourself. What we are saying is that don't destroy your country. If you know what you are writing is wrong, don't do it, because you do your country more harm than good. And this is all the foreign press want. They don't want any developing country to come up to their standard. This you must accept. And once they can use you to destroy your own country, so much the better for them. But if any journalist continues, these people you are talking about, very soon I'll ask the Commissioner for National Affairs to read a gist of what, and the AG of what they have done. And you agree with me, some of them were given several warnings. The moment you give a warning, that warning appears on the TV, on the either BBC, or in the paper in overseas paper. So we are saying that you are free to write whatever you want to. You can criticize the government, then we will set up. But don't destroy. See, when you know what you are writing is wrong, it isn't true and it's meant to subvert, to create disaffection, to create confusion in the country, then you are doing more harm than good. Because if the country collapses, you are within it. It doesn't collapse for me or for the colleagues. All of us are inside. It's just like people traveling on a ship. If the ship sinks, we all sink. The ship sinks, we all sink with it. This is what most of them don't understand. They think they are outside the government. The government is a separate entity somewhere. If it is destroyed, fine.
Very interesting for the man that they said he didn't know how to speak English and all. That's what we came to hear about Acheampong. They made all sorts of jokes about him and all that. This is Acheampong now talking like that. So that's Acheampong speaking very well and a very poignant statement that he made. Now, this statement was done, I'm sure, before Anas was born. And he's talking about people doing things that were untrue. I mean, the people who filmed the Kwesi Nyantakyi, they knew the money that Kwesi Nyantakyi was collecting was not bribe money. It was money that he was collecting to pay for the ticket that he had bought. They were aware. Anas here, he is aware that the money that was given to Mr. Nyantakyi, the football president and who was a executive member of CAF and FIFA, Anas knew that this money is not bribe money. $40,000 is not bribe money for Kwesi Nyantakyi. After all, how much does he earn at FIFA? They knew that the conversation was that this money, Mr. Nyantakyi, is for your tickets. You had bought tickets 2 times to come. He had gone with George Oponwia, bought tickets for him. He's gone there. He's the one at some point is talking about. That's my own matter with Anas. Nothing to the case. I'm now going to go on to the case. So let's set it up. All right. So this is Kennedy Acheampong then gets angry with some of this information, and then goes to court. Let me have Kennedy Acheampong. Okay, so let me just give this story. I'll roll over that one. Kennedy gets upset with all these stories, and then decides that he's going to investigate Anas. So he goes into Anas's stable and is able to get somebody out of that stable and ask him that, what do you people do? The guy is quite unhappy with somehow treatment is being meted to him with Anas because he's not making money, whatever. He thinks Anas has so much money and they who work for him don't have anything, blah, 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 blah. So he decides to talk to Kennedy Acheampong. Then he tells Kennedy, oh, these are the things we do, these are some of the things we do. Kennedy is buoyed in his anger and decides that he's going to spend his own money to show a film that the guy gave him of how Anas prepares for his documentaries. So he goes ahead to show it. He called it Who Watches the Watchman. Upon the video being shown across the country, many people get a very different view of Anas. At that time, we took upon ourselves to investigate Anas's social media page, and we saw the significant drop in posts that Anas was making after Kennedy Acheampong began to show it. And we compared with other people, and they all came to the same conclusion. Anas got worried that the Kennedy Acheampong thing may be affecting his image. It was going international, it was going local, it was going everywhere. And people who were normal people, the unsuspecting public, were beginning to see that maybe there's some truth in what Kennedy is saying. So they began to pay little attention